Hi everyone. In the previous session, we have seen how to work with local repository using various kind of Git commands. Like you can go with checkout command, add command, reset, commit. All these things we have seen in the previous session. Now in this session, I will show how to synchronize our local repository with remote repository. This local repository is a kind of a Git from the same person admin. This is what I am assuming. Okay, in the next session, I will show how to synchronize local repository of collaborator with the remote repository. Now in this session, I will go with only the same person who is having the same account. Okay, guys. So in order to show this entire thing, I will take the new repository here. I'll click this, and I'm going to create a new repository called RGUKT, and I can provide some kind of description. Project describes push and pull request. Push and pull request. So I can go with public. I hope you know the clear meanings. So now I don't want to go for add readme file. I can click on create repository. My repository is created, right? Yes. Now you can observe, guys, you got this page. Here we'll have a kind of link. I can able to access HTTPS link, or I can able to go for SSH link also. So majorly I will go with the HTTPS link. I will copy this link, meaning that I would like to push some data from my local repository to this particular page. This particular page. What is that particular page? That particular page URL is I have copied right now. So for that, we can able to use various kind of commits that I will explain right now. Okay. So once I have created a new repository in the GitHub, I will go with the local repository also. Here also I will create one new repository. Control KO, which is meant for to create new folder. Here I would like to create the new folder as, let me take CSCJK. I have selected. Yes, I am going to trust the authors. I am going to create a file called index.html. Index.html. Guys, I don't want to type everything here. So instead, what I will do is I will go for CSCJK1. I will open this one with Notepad. Let me search for some app. Let me open with the Google Chrome only, so that I'll get source code, right. I'll go for view page source. Here I will get copy the code. What I will do is I will go to the Visual Studio. I will paste here. So I have copied the code here. This is what we have seen in the previous session. Okay, I have saved this file. Once I save this file, I would like to go for creating a Git initiator with help of a terminal. So I go for in terminal. Now I would like to convert the CSCJK folder into a local repository. How we are going to do that? With the help of git space init command. Initialize empty git repository. Then I am going to make the untracked files into tracked files by using add command. Then I am going to make all these files into a local repository by simply using commit command. Commit -m index file created. Index file created. Now guys, if you check status, all will be, the tree is clean. I hope it will be clear for all of you up to here. Okay, now let's show a command called branch command, git space branch, which will show the list of branches. Which will show the list of branches. Okay, fine. So git space branch, which will meant for to show list of branches. Guys, I will explain clearly what is the need of branches. I will explain that in a few minutes. Okay, fine. Now guys, my requirement is I would like to push some data from my local repository to remote repository. For that compulsory what you need guys, you require some kind of authentication. Am I right? Yes. You require some kind of authentication. Authentication needed. After adding authentication, you have to define in which location you want to add. Which location you want to add, or we can say that in which repository you have to, add. That you have to compulsory define, right? For that, what we can do is, so if you want to define the configurations, we can just go for checking by the default configurations of the file, git space config space hyphen hyphen list is a kind of command which will provide the list of configurations for the installed git. For the installed git, guys, you can observe here the username is jaya sklm, the mail id is jkrishna, and at the rate arjugateSKLM.ac.in. So this is the way you can able to get the list of the configurations. So config command is meant for to list out, I'm sorry, config space hyphen hyphen list command is meant for to list out all configurations, of the git, all configurations of the git. Okay, fine. So guys, for example, I would like to modify my username and my email id, then I can go for config space, I need to define the configurations. In that configurations, these configurations can be done at three levels. One is at system level, another one is at global level, and another one is at local level. If you are going to define at system level, you don't need to set the global level as well as local level. If you are setting at the global level, you don't need to set at the local level. But converse is not true. Okay. For example, I am trying to set at global level. So how we are going to do that? Git space hyphen hyphen git space config hyphen hyphen global global. I would like to access its properties. User.name space. My repository name is Jaya Nojbe. I can set its name. Okay, fine. So if you want to set its system level, you can go for here hyphen hyphen system. If you want to set its local level, hyphen hyphen local. I would like to set for global level. So what I can do is git space config hyphen hyphen. I would like to set for global level. I would like to access the properties. Observe guys, what is the properties? User.name. So user.name space, you have to go Jaya Nojbi. Yes. Okay. Similarly, I would like to set the email also. Git space config hyphen hyphen. I'm trying to set the global level properties. User.email jkrishna0005@rgktn.ac.in. I'm trying to set the property. Yes. This is the way you can able to set the configuration of the kit. Okay, fine. Once you set the configurations, you have to define which location or which repository you have to add. That you have to define, right? So I would like to add in which repository, RGKit repository. That repository link is available here. You can observe that I am going to copy it by simply making this clipboard symbol. Yes, I have copied this. I'm trying to make it clear for the time being. Yes. Okay, guys. Now, if I'm trying to perform some push operation with help of a command called push command. I will write here once again. Push command, which is meant for to push the data to the remote repository. Pull is meant for to get from a remote repository. The syntax for using push command is push space git space push space. You have to define for the first time as u hyphen u. Hyphen u means it's a kind of upstream. I'm trying to move from lower level, I mean local repository to remote repository. That is what I'm saying, that upstream. And which location you need to add? that location name. That location name. What is that location name? I am assuming that is a kind of origin. Origin or something like J or whatever it may be. You can give your own name, no problem. From which folder you want to add? See guys, just now I have shown for you what is the current folder name. Current folder name is master, right? So current branch name is master. From branch master, I would like to upload the source code to the origin. To the origin. That is the meaning of push space hyphen u origin space master. Space master. Guys, if I try to enter this command, right, observe, I am trying to make it as upstream to which, what is the root directory of the remote repository, that is origin, from which branch I would like to upload, that is master. Observe, origin does not appear in the git repository, could not read from the remote repository. Please make sure that you have the correct access rights and remote repository exist. That is what it's saying. So what happened here? We followed one step, that is we set configuration files, then you have to define which location or which repository you have to add, that you have to define compulsory. But that is we didn't add it. So how we are going to do that means, we can able to do that with the help of a command called remote command. We have a command called remote command. Remote remote command. Through this command, you can able to define the remote repository. So how we are going to do that? Git space remote. I have to use add, and the repository, the branch name is, I am assuming that it is a kind of an origin, and I have to paste the URL. So what is the meaning of this one? I am trying to add the remote repository. The branch name is origin and the link is this one. This one. Guys, you have to make sure that it should be public. If it is private, that won't be possible for you to add the data. Enter. Now it will be connected to our remote repository. So you have defined the remote repository now. Now we can able to freely work with uploading the data. Git space push -u origin master. Observe guys. So guys, I didn't have added any kind of credentials. I need authentication, right, from the to that server. So it is asking for some kind of authentication. So I can able to sign in with browser. So it is already authenticated. That is because I have already logged in this account. So through the browser it is authenticated. Through the browser it is authenticated. So I will close this file. I don't need. So that is the reason it is automatically authenticated, and it has did something like, I can observe enumerating objects 3 and writing objects 3 by 3, and it has done from master to master, branch master setup to track origin slash master. You can observe, if I refresh here, rgkt, that data will be added here. You can observe master, one branch created, that branch is master. If I open the index.html in rgkt, the same data what I have written there is available here. Whatever the code I have written, bg color equal to pink, that will be as it is available here. Guys, okay, fine. This is the way you can able to push data to the server. Now for example, I have modified this to a kind of blue color, a blue color. Now guys, if I check the status, obviously you know what is this outcome. The outcome is untracked file. The outcome is untracked file because we modified the index.html. Now once again I will add it to the tracked file, and then now what I will do is I will try to push once again. Git space push -u, folder name, branch name is origin, from which branch you would like to add master. Guys, if you observe here, everything is up to date. Branch master set up to track origin slash master. Why you got this kind of thing? Even though we modified here, to blue color, but it is saying that everything is up to date, meaning that this push command will work from local repository. In the local repository, everything is up to date. That is same as this remote repository. So it is not saying anything. It's not saying. So the problem is with from our end. So meaning that you have to compulsory compulsory commit before going to push the data to the server. Then only our data will be updated in the server. Update data will be. So what I will do is I will go for commit git space commit hyphen uh, m, which is meant for message. I am saying that blue color with blue color index file. Blue color index file. I am saying that commit. Yes. Now if I perform push operation, git space push. So for the consequent operations, we need to define hyphen u. Hyphen u. You can simply define origin master. Observe guys, you can observe git space push space uh, origin master enumerating objects 5, counting objects, something like this. You can check for the data here. Blue color index file is added, the latest command. Guys, you may observe some kind of problem here. Some kind of problem here. As myself updating the code from the local repository, there is no problem. There is no problem. But suppose if some third party person, if I have given some kind of collaborator permissions, if they try to update here, then what will happen? Automatically our entire data which is available in the index.html will be modified to the code which I have written by the third party collaborator. So for that, what we can do is we can go for protecting this file. We can go for protecting this file with the help of options given in the GitHub. We can protect this file, and then what I can do is I will ask all my collaborators to work with branch concept. So this is where you will get the concept of branches. So let me tell the concept of branches. See, I didn't create any branch. Now what will happen? Whatever the data that I am trying to update, that data will be updated in the direct index.html. If you want to check what data has modified, I can able to check. See, blue color index file created. If you want to check something like that, I can go for back. I can check what has modified from previous to right now. All those things I can able to do. If I want to get back, I can able to get back also. But the thing is, trying to check for every time the previous code and the present code, and trying to check what code modified and trying to update the required one is very difficult for us. At the time, what we can do is we can ask our collaborators to create branches themselves. I mean, guys, it is actually our main branch is going like this. Then what I will do is I will create a branch here. So I will ask my collaborator to update in this branch. It's better to go with paint. Please be patient. So here you can observe I am having main branch. Right? So if anybody are trying to update the code, always it is updating in the main repository, but it should not happen because the code may be collided and unnecessary loss of data may be exist. So that what I can do is I will ask my collaborators to add their updated data as a branch. Now I can call this as a branch. I can call this as a branch. And if I go for writing like this I will call it as a branch. So what is the advantage of this branch? This I can call it as master. I will call it as master. See what will happen is, if this is the main master, if this person has written certain code in the form of a branch, and he will push the data to the remote repository. And now I will get certain kind of request whether you want to add this branch code to the master or not. Then I will check the cross verification. If it is accepted, then I will go for using a command called merge. Then I can merge this code with this master. Then so this line will continue. But in the previous case, what will happen? Everything will be updated in the master, so that I cannot able to identify everything. So that is the reason we'll go with the branching. We'll go with branching. Okay, guys? Yes. Fine. So what I will do is, so how we are going to check whether the branch exists or not, how many branches are there or not? I can go with simply git space branch command. Branch command. Okay. So I will go with the direct editor. I am going to clear the console. Yes. Git space branch. It will return the list of branches are there. Master. Only one branch is there. Now, guys, what I would like to do is, instead of updating the data like this, see what I did. Whenever I'm trying to commit the data, they're pushing the data from the local repository to remote repository. Directly it is updating here. I don't want like that. Whenever somebody updated from the local repository, I need to make it as a kind of a branch, so that I will compare the branch with the master. Compare the branch with the master. That will be easy for me to compare. So what I will do is, I will create one branch here. That branch I can able to create in the form of like this, git space branch. For example, let me take it as I am trying to add red color to this code. I am trying to add red color to this code. So I will make this as red color. I will save this file, and I am going to create the red color branch. This is the one way of creating. Or what I will do is, I will go for using command checkout command. Git space checkout. Hyphen b is meant for creating the branch. The branch name is rcolor. See, there is a difference, small difference between these two. Git space branch space rcolor. I can write the same thing in different way. Git space checkout space branch space rcolor. The thing is, when you are going to go with this kind of command, you are going to create a branch called rcolor. Then you have to specifically move to rcolor branch. So then what you can do, git space checkout space rcolor. This is the way you have to write. In order to move to the corresponding branch called rcolor branch. For this alternative solution is, I can go with writing with git space checkout space hyphen b rcolor, where hyphen b means branch. So that is the reason I am trying to write. Now what will happen? See, observe. It has switched from master branch to rcolor branch. Now if I observe git space branch, what is the current branch? rcolor. Now whatever the modifications that I am doing here, all those modifications will be done as part of rcolor, not as part of master. Now what I will do, I will try to push to the server. Git space push hyphen u. I am trying to push in the origin, that is master. See, it is from the master, it is from the rcolor. I am trying to push it from the rcolor. Now if you push it from the rcolor, observe. Remote create pull request for rcolor on GitHub by visiting this one. Rcolor setup to track origin slash rcolor. Now you can go with here and you can just refresh something. Let me go with the RGUKT. Observe, here you got two branches. One is rcolor branch. Another one is master branch. I can go with the code. Here you can observe in the index.html, you are having the same code. End of the branch. BG color is blue. Here the color of this one is red color. See here, this is done because of I am going to make it command add space dot git space commit hyphen m red color added. I'm going to make it commit. Now I will try to push. Yes, observe guys. Now it has done delta compression, something like this. So all the data will be updated. origin slash red color. Now if I refresh this page, you can observe guys here R color had recent pushes less than 1 minute ago. Okay, so meaning that whatever the source code that user is pushing from the local repository, here I can able to simply compare what need to perform. Then what I can do, I can simply click on compare and pull request, and here I can able to check myself what data has modified, that I can able to compare from master to master, from master to color, or what I need to check. All those things I can able to check. You can observe this thing in the bottom. You can observe the modified thing is blue color. That will be modified to red color. If you want to make it unified, that you can go for unified. Now it is split operation. Now what I can do is, if you are thinking that this is fine, then what I can do is I can able to go for create pull request. Yes, I will write some kind of comment. It is working fine. I am going to go for create pull request. You can go for options here. I can drop the request. I can make it as pending. Drop means I can make it as pending. If I want, I can able to create, meaning that whatever the request that is done by uh, uh, the local repository user, I can able to make it accepted. Pull means what? From remote repository, I'm trying to the remote repository pulling from the local repository. That is what I'm saying. So I'm accepting this once I'm going to create pull request, meaning that remote repository admin accepted the local repository. So from remote repository to local repository, it is a kind of pulling. So I'm going to create pull request. Once it is going to checking for availability of merging, whether the merging is possible or not. Once there is no conflict, it is going to show that it is going to provide something like this one. We can able to merge the pull request, meaning that now we are at this particular portion. Branch we did, and after branching, the data we got from branch to master, there is no collision exactly. Then I can go for performing merge by simply clicking merge pull request, and it is asking for once again confirming the merge. See, once confirming merge, that will be added to the main. See, pull request successfully merged and closed. Now I can go with the coding part. Then I can go for index.html. As you can observe now, here you got the color as red color. The color as red color. Okay, fine. So this is the way you can able to go for. Now what I can do is I can go for once again the local liberty. Now what I can do, once I have created once I have done with myself, 1 minute. So my branch is successfully completed. So then there is no use of this branch. So when local repository person wants to push some data, he will again create a branch and he will push the data. So now what I can do, I can simply delete these branches. Now it contains only one branch. So now only the main source code is available. If somebody is added the code, they will add as a branch. I will check that branch with the master. I will compare. If it is okay, then I will go with the adding, merging. Otherwise, I will reject simply there itself, or I can just simply hold that. Okay, fine. So this is the way you can able to push the data to the remote repository, and you can able to delete the branch in the remote repository also. Okay, fine. So I have deleted the created branch in the GitHub. How can we delete? The created branch? See, there is no use of this branch right now, right? There is no use of this branch right now. So how can we delete this created branch? For this, you can go with the command git space branch. We have hyphen d. What branch you have to delete? I would like to delete R color. delete Oracle. Just simply yes. Cannot delete the branch Oracle. Check it out. Something like this. Okay, I would like to go for git space status. Your branch is updated with Oracle. Nothing to commit. Okay. What I would like to do is I would like to delete this one, right? Mm, First, I would like to check a list of branches. Git space branch. I am at R color only. Let me check once again. Git space branch hyphen D. I would like to delete R color. Cannot delete branch R color. Check it out at CSC. Check it. Okay, fine. See why it is not deleting means I am presently at this particular folder. Now what you can do is I can change it to some other branch. Some other branch. That some other branch is main branch. Check out. I can go for changing it to master. Switch it to master. Now if you want you can delete git space branch hyphen D Oracle. Warning. So deleted branch Oracle. Now you can observe git space branch. See if you are in the same branch and trying to delete the same branch, it doesn't possible, right? So that is why it is getting here as cannot delete the branch. Now I move to master branch, then I have deleted it. Then I have deleted it. Okay, fine. Guys, now what I will do is I will try to create one new file. Try to create one new file by pressing, for example, let me take a file. I am trying to create csc.html. csc.html. Okay, I will create the simple code. For example, let me take html. I am trying to create a csc html page. CSC HTML page. I have saved this file. Now what I would like to is I would like to clear and I would like to make it as adding to the repository git space add dot git space commit hyphen m CSC file created. CSC file created. Now if I am trying to push, guys, you can observe here. If I am trying to push, what will happen? What is happened? Git space push. You are getting some kind of error. Why error you are getting? Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. So for this, the simple solution, what is happening here is you are trying to push some data to the remote repository, but it is rejecting because you are trying to modify the data of you are trying to modify the data which is directly available in the master directory. So it is rejecting. So what we can do, simple solution is you can create a branch. You can create a simple branch. For example, mm, let me create one branch. Git space. I can create a branch, right? I can create a branch. Branch. The branch name is vocal. Branch name is vocal. Now in this branch, I am going to commit this entire data. Add dot. I am trying to commit git space commit hyphen m. I would like to pushing. I would like to perform pushing with CSC file. Pushing with CSC file. On branch pattern, your branch is ahead of by one commit. Nothing to omit. Working tree is clean. Okay, fine. Now if I check the status, git space status, that will be fine. Working tree is clean. Now what I can do is I can simply push to the server. Git space push to which location? Origin. With the branch name is, let me call vocal. Branch name is vocal. Observe. Now it is adding. Now it is adding because we are trying to add it to the as a branch. Now you can observe guys here, Vocaler has a recent push is less than a minute ago. I can compare this pull request and I can accept it. Let me take accept it, and then I can go for create pull request. Guys, you can observe in the bottom that what is modifying. Accepting, checking for the availability how to merge. Then I can go for click on merge pull request. I can go for clicking on confirm merge. Confirm merge. Once we confirm, there is no use of this branch. I can go for simply deleting this branch. Simply deleting the branch. Okay. If you want delete, you can able delete. Deleted branch. No use. Click on comment. Okay. Then I will go for code. You can observe cs.html is added. Cs.html is added. If you want, I can able to delete now. I can able to delete this branch also here. This branch also here. Okay, guys. Fine. This is the way you can able to perform push operation. Now what I will do is I will go for index.html. Index.html. In here I would like to modify some data. After you, I am going to add some bold tag. Let me take the bold tag as end of the page. Let me taking something end of the page add. End of the page added, and I am going to make bold tag add. Bold tag add. I am going to simply making committing changes. So here guys, here also you can able to create the new branch also if you want. It is requested, all up to you, so that our other colleagues will be able to visualize that and they can able to accept if it is valid. As myself, it is correct. I am thinking that I am directly adding in the directly commit changes. Yes, changes are committed. Now what I will do is in the local repository from csc.html, let me take some data. For example, I am trying to define as end of the CSC page. I am trying to save it. End of this. Guys, if you observe now, I am trying to perform some kind of pull request to the local repository. Observe, if I try to enter pull, you are getting some kind of data. Try to observe what happened here. Index.html5, 3 insertions and 2 deletions. If I go for index.html, you can observe end of the page is added. Whatever the modification that you have defined, that modification is updated here. And there is no modification in the CSC page. Okay, fine. This is the way you can able to pull. But right now I will create one problem for you. That is, for example, in the GitHub, I will go for the same index.html. I'll go for adding one more data here. I'm trying to add some underline, end of the underline in remote directory, in remote repository. I'm going to go for underline, and I'm going to make it some commit here. Underline in remote repository. Line remote. I'm going to make it commit changes. Guys, observe, hey, where I have added here at the before the end of the body tag, right? In Visual Studio, I mean in the editor, what I will do is I'll go for index.html. In the same location, I'm trying to write something as italic tag. End of the italic. Guys, now you may get certain kind of confusion. Now, if I pull, I'm going to clear this. If I'm pull, git space pull. Now you will get some kind of confused. The git will get some kind of confused whether I want to add the end of italic, or whether I want to continue with end of the underline remote repository. Okay, before going to pull, what I will do is I will make this as permanent. So what I can do, git space add dot. git space commit hyphen m end of italic in index. I made committed. I made committed. Now if I push again, you will get some kind of error. Get some kind of error. See, observe. Why it is rejected? It is because of some reference. Updates were rejected because the remote work contains that you have not have locally. Whatever the data that is there that you don't have locally. So the simple solution is you have to be updated with the remote location source code, and you can able to modify and you can able to upload. That will be fine. That will fine. If it is not up to date, if it is not up to date, what we can do, guys, we can simply create a branch. We can simply create a branch. Then I will push that to the branch. Then the remote repository admin can able to check and he can able to merge if he want. That is one solution. Or what you can do is you can do the downloading the updated one. You can download the updated one. So by simply defining git space pull. Observe, if I simply downloaded the updated one, what will happen? It is going to simply defining what changes have done so far from the local repository to remote repository. You can observe from here to here it is modified. This is the head, this is what you have written by yourself, and this is what you have got from the commit of their incoming. See, you can observe incoming change and this all the things, current change. You have to decide yourself what needs to be modified. Okay, you need to do for you need to make it commit for further operation. Okay, so what I will do is I will accept both changes, meaning that I would like to make the change in the local repository along with the updated one the remote repository. So I have saved this one. Now I will make git space add dot. I will make git space commit hyphen m after pulling updated, then push. There is no problem now. Update then push, there is no problem. Okay, then what I will do, I will once again try to pull. If I try to pull, what will happen? Observe, it is getting as already updated. Now it is updated with from the updated remote repository to the present repository, but it is not updated with the local repository. Guys, observe, it is not updated with the local repository. That is the end of the italic. It is not updated with the end of the italic. End of the italic. Now what I can do, you can simply push git space push. Now that will be updated. See, observe, end of the italic. The thing is, whenever you are getting any kind of problem, it's not a kind of problem, you have to follow the convention somewhere. Whenever you are trying to push some data, push some data to the remote repository, the mandatory solution is you have to go with the create branch and then push so that the final admin authorized person can check admin can check with master and then he will perform merge operation. Or or the another solution is I will pull updated master updated I will pull and update the local repository with the remote repository code repository code, and then we'll write my own source code. We'll write my own source code source code and my own source code. Then I will go for push operation. This is the way you can able to push. This is the way you can able to push. Okay, I hope it is clear for all of you. So in the next session we will see how to synchronize local repository with remote repository remote repository from colleague collaborator. See, I am doing my by myself, right up to now. Now what I can do is I can do it from other system also. Okay, that we'll see in the next session. Thank you.